also victims. Deceived by the hate propaganda, encouraged by promises of immunity, and enticed by financial rewards, policemen carry out torture and killing of Falun Gong practitioners completely devoid of humanity. They are the willing victims of the regime's aggression against humanity. Eventually, they will have to pay for the horrendous crimes they have committed. It is no secret that the international community is also an unwitting victim of the persecution against Falun Gong. The regime's tactics are very direct. If you criticize my human rights record, I will not do business with you. This fear of losing out financially, especially during the recent global recession, has indeed silenced most Western countries. The fundamental principles upon which many Western nations were established are actually at risk. When then-President Jiang Zemin visited the United States in October 2002, he was served with legal papers charging him with genocide, torture, and crimes against humanity. However, the case was dismissed on the grounds that a former head of state has immunity, even for serious crimes such as torture and genocide. This is in strong contrast to the decision made by the Supreme Court of America in 1841. To uphold justice, Americans dared to risk their alliance with the mighty Spain in order to defend 38 strangers on board the schooner Amistad. In fact, the ruling flies in the face of the Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of the Crime of Genocide, as well as the Convention against Torture. All nations of the world have a responsibility to humanity and must stop such atrocities. As human beings, we must recognize that this event is beyond cultures and institutions. It is about universal principles of right and wrong. We must remember the lessons of history and maintain our vigilance. We cannot allow such evil to go on. In the historic words of Chief Justice Robert H. Jackson,
the wrongs which we seek to condemn and punish have been so calculated, so malignant and so devastating, that civilization cannot tolerate their being ignored, because it cannot survive their being repeated.
As of May 2004, there are at least 10 lawsuits ongoing in 7 countries against high-level Chinese leaders for their roles in the persecution, torture, and murder of innocent Falun Gong adherents in China. History is being forged with these various lawsuits. When the veil of secrecy and lies is lifted and the truth of the persecution of Falun Gong in China is brought to light, the world will again be shocked, just as it was after the Holocaust. Justice will prevail. The spirit of the Nuremberg trials will live again when the persecution of Falun Gong ends.